With the balance changes last week, the meta in Marvel Snap is now wide open again, and cards that previously fell off, like Darkhawk, are now back in the meta, and that's what we're talking about in this video. A Darkhawk deck that has been using to climb. It's been very, very successful, and if you're ready to see this deck in action, guys, then you need to find that like button. Let's go snap it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hello, Valley Club. Welcome back to the Valley Snap channel. I am ValleyFlyin. Hope you're having a great day. We're talking all about Darkhawk in this video. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, though, for more great Marvel Snap content. At least 5 videos per week on this channel with deck ideas, tips, tricks, everything to help your Marvel Snap experience. But let's get right into this deck and talk about these cards. So, got Darkhawk, pinned them in the shop over this past weekend, and yes, finally got the ability to use this card. And it's a very, very fun card and is responsible for this strong deck archetype, which makes use of cards like Korg and rocks like Black Widow. And initially, when I got this card, made a deck with all the culprits there: Sarah, Zabu, Korg, Black Widow, Rock Slide. And the deck was very good. It did work. And some of the footage, you'll see footage of those cards in there. And then was just trying to fill these with some counter cards like Shang-Chi and Cosmo. And then putting some 4-cost cards in there. Spider-Man, Absorbing Man initially. Wasn't really happy with Absorbing Man. Spider-Man did have some value, but Absorbing Man really wasn't cutting it. And I didn't think that Black Widow offered a lot. So put Polaris in there, I put Arrow in there, and this is the way the deck works now. Still a very, very fun deck, and gives you a lot of counter options. So obviously Darkhawk is the main card in here. It gives you +2 power for each card in your opponent's deck. If we get Sarah or Zabu out early, then we have that option to do a Darkhawk followed by a Mystique on turn 6. Now we do need to get cards like Rock Slide in there, cards like Korg in there to fill up our opponent's hands. We used to have Black Widow in this deck, like I said, but we took her out just because I didn't feel she was giving a whole ton of value, and sometimes that Widow's Bite actually worked against us in certain locations. So we took that out, although you may want to place that in your the hand for some of them. You may want to place a card like Spider-Man, who I think works very well for that lockdown combo with Absorbing Man, but pretty much all you're getting is 2 cubes there, because before that combo, you snap. Once your opponent's locked down, they're usually cheating. So Spider-Man, you may want to put Black Widow in there with Spider-Man, but with my testing, Spider-Man is still very good. Enchantress is our tech card. We want to be able to stop the ongoing abilities. Now, we want to make sure that we don't play this in the same location as Darkhawk or our Zabu or Sarah if we need those cards, because they don't remove all of those abilities as well. But if our opponent stacks up all their ongoing cards on one location, we could screw up their entire game, as you'll see in one of these examples here. Another card that you could use in this scenario is Rogue, because you'll steal the opponent's abilities, and that works great if they have a single devil dinosaur there. But sometimes you just want to remove them all. So sometimes Enchantress works better, sometimes Rogue works better. Obviously, we have Rock Slide in here to get more cards in our opponent's decks. Sarah's in here to reduce the cost of our cards even more, just like Zabu. And then, like I said, we have our tech cards in Cosmo and Shang-Chi to reduce anything that they're trying to do. And the Mystique is great for copying either a Sarah or a Zabu, or obviously on that final turn copying that Darkhawk. And we did put Polaris in this deck to give us a little more control and a little more of our lower cost cards in an initial turn. One of the problems with this deck is it's very top heavy. So on those first few turns, especially without a card like Sunspot, that doesn't matter if you're skipping turns. You're skipping a few turns initially, and that doesn't always feel good. So that's one of the downsides of this deck. If you don't draw some of these cards, it doesn't work as well. But let's take it into action so you can see how it works. Very, very fun deck, guys. All right, Polaris, Rock Slide, and Mystique all on turn 1. Nothing to play yet. We have a Cosmo as well. Hellfire Club is the left location. Opponent doesn't play anything either, and we got Mojo's World as the middle location. Let's go with Zabu. right now in the first turn, and maybe avoiding Mojo's World. Not sure if we're going to be able to load up 4 cards just by the deck that we have here. Drawing another card is always helpful for us. I think what we can do is we can go with a, let's go with a Rock Slide on Hellfire Club, giving us a little bit more power there. And then potentially just foregoing Mojo's World, letting him load up a bunch of cards there. They go with Patriot. They have a Patriot deck. Hopefully they're looking to do maybe a, I think what I want to do, maybe a Ultron play at the end. So what I want to do, I think we'll put it at Korg there. And drawing cards over to Nova Roma is what I think I want to do now. So they go Mystique. They're going to get a bunch of power for their no ability cards. We have nothing to move over. We give them a rock, which has no abilities. And, oh, I like this play here. They're not going to like this. I think we snap here. Let's run this Enchantress. And they may be retreating if we run this Enchantress. Or maybe we hold off and run this Enchantress at the end. We have one more turn here. Let's see if we can get them to stick in this and then run that Enchantress at the end. So let's go Darkhawk. Try to win Hellfire Club. Is this a... No, is it... Oh, man, they're loading up all of their ongoing cards on that same location.
Opponent snapped.
All right, so we're going to run our Mystique there to copy the Darkhawk, and then we'll cut off everything with the Enchanters. They are not going to like this. We got the tempo, though. Let's go, baby. All right, I'm expecting an Ultron coming out, but those Ultrons are going to give them 4 power in all those other locations. Boom, screw this Patriot. Screw the Mystique. And screw the Khazar. Here comes their Ultron. Yep, 4 power versus our 18 and 15. We got that one for the max 8 cube win. Nice. All right, we got a ugly Sanctum Sanctorum is the first location. Nobody's playing any cards there. And we don't have a lot of cards that could reach. Hopefully they don't either. Nothing to play on turn 1. A lot of top heavy cards here. Superflow, they played into that location. Very limiting actors here with this one. We don't want to pull their cards over with Polaris, so we're going to skip this turn. Because we don't want them getting all that extra energy. I'm going to scroll to each location, so we're not getting the extra energy either. Let's go ahead and run this Zabu out there to get that power out. So we can start reducing some of our cards. And they go Soulstone, reducing that, the Squirrel and Zabu's power. And we could pull a few cards over. What we could do is pull this, not Enchantress, I wanted Polaris there. Let's pull this, one of their sunspots or the squirrels over. Hopefully they pull the squirrel from the Sanctum Sanctorum. Nope, we pull their sunspot over. Okay. Not the worst. They still have a card at Superflow. Make sure that whatever they play gets played at Superflow with our arrow. And they play the Time Stone and they play the Power Stone. We get the arrow, drawing nothing over. And last but not least, we do have the Shang-Chi for their sunspot. They have the tempo though. I think we'll just try to play our biggest power card in Rock Slide. I have a weak play, but will this weak play be enough to get the victory here? They have a way to protect that sunspot. They go She-Hulk, so they probably get that. They Shang-Chi us. We Shang-Chi them back, so they get Superflow. We get Central Park. Actually, we get Superflow, and we get Central Park, and we get Sanctum Sanctorum. We get a tie there, so weak play, but we squeak this one out with this deck. All right, Enchantress, Darkhawk, Cosmo, all on turn 1. Muir Island. And cards getting an extra power after every turn. We want to try to get cards there as soon as possible. They do with the Soul Stone, kind of screwing us, Zabu. Do we try to remove that ongoing ability, or do we wait? I think we're going to try to load up on this Mojo world. They're probably going to get a bunch of cards there. And we go with Zabu in Mojo's world. They go armor to lock up that location. We also have the option to take off some of their power there with our Enchantress, or take off their ongoing ability with the Enchantress. And then might just be what we do. We have 8 power here now. Let's go take power off and... Let's do this. Let's do the Rock Slide Enchantress play. The Polaris that over afterwards. Probably would have been better to put the Enchantress on the Blue Marble armor location, although we screwed the Soul Stone slightly, not a lot though. All right, so we got a pretty good Darkhawk Mystique play at the end. Or we could move one of the cards over here to screw up their Lockjaw location. Give them less options for Lockjaw. So move either the Soul Stone or the armor of the Lockjaw. Hopefully it doesn't cycle through too much. They get a Space Stone, so they can move cards to the location. Mojo's world. Ooh, that kind of screws us up a little because both our Darkhawk and Mystique will be pulled there. All right, so that actually helps us. Because now we have the option to move cards over with the Darkhawk. So do I want to move a card over with Arrow? Whatever they play. What can they play? We'll pull it over. We do have the Temple, so whatever they put behind Lockjaw won't go there. And then we have the option for turn 6 Darkhawk Mystique. I think I like this play. Let's pull over whatever they put over. And they pulled nothing. Okay, never mind. They do pull something over. They move that armor there. We pull the Arrow location to Arrow. The Devil Dinosaur, Muir Island, getting a little extra power there. Our Darkhawk goes here. Where is our Mystique go? I think we just go right here. We're not going to be able to beat the 14 power. So we're going to try to win at Muir Island, and hopefully it's enough. We're going to get Asteroid M. There goes Shang-Chi. Takes out our Arrow. Will our Mystique be enough? They get the Power Stone. We get the Darkhawk. And it is just enough. Oh, we tie there, and oh no.
Victory.
Oh, we did win. It's just enough, ladies and gentlemen. We get the tie in Muir Island. We win the tiebreaker, 15-point tie in Asteroid M over Pegasus Project. All right, we got Rock Slide, Mystique, Darkhawk, all looking to be a good finishing play. Polaris is our next card. We're gonna skip this turn, nothing to play yet. And Asteroid M is the left location. Playing a card, moving it there, a 3/4 cost card. Sanctum Sanctorum, oh yuck, is the middle location, so still no access to that with the deck that we're running right now. They go Mind Stone. And fortunately, the Space Stone has been changed up so that we do... they won't be able to access all the way there. All right, so we'll go. We actually have the option. We could go Mystique and Zabu and get our cards very, very cheap. We have the potential to do the Rock Slides, or we can pull that 1-cost card away with Polaris. I think that's what we're gonna do, and potentially save that Darkhawk Mystique for a finishing combo. All right, so we go with that, and we pull that Mind Stone away from there. I'm not sure if that benefits them or hurts them. All right, and then we get it pulled all the way over there with our Polaris. All right, so what we can do with Elysium, we could run our Spider-Man and lock this location down. Our Spider-Man will be moved to Asteroid M. We also have a Rock Slide that we could run as well. I think let's on the wrong side here. Let's run the Spider-Man there. And unfortunately, it is loading up that Asteroid M with all the cards that we have.
Spider-Man here.
All right, that gets moved over. They go with a Devil Dinosaur. We don't have a Shang-Chi in hand yet. Give me that -1 from the Soul Stone. I don't think I want to run Cosmo, although it wouldn't be the worst. We can run Enchantress at final turn. Wonder if there's a way that we could run. Yes. All right. So we could screw their Devil Dinosaur. Final turn because of Elysium. Zabu doesn't matter. We'll have a 3-cost Darkhawk and a 2-cost Mystique. And hopefully that's enough to give us the win there. Let's go with this. I would have liked to rogue that Devil Dinosaur. All right, so Asteroid M. All right, nice. Drawing a 1-cost card from our deck. Not the worst for us. They're not gonna like this Enchantress on their Devil Dinosaur. Get a very weak card. It screws up our Zabu, but I think it screws their Devil Dinosaur even worse. We're gonna run our Darkhawk, Mystique, and Core combo all the final turn, and this should be enough to get us the win. Let's see what they do here. With Mystique copying that Darkhawk. There's all that extra power, giving an extra rock in their deck, making it a little stronger. Good Dr. Doom. They do reach that Sanctum Sanctorum, but they don't have enough power to win Hell's Kitchen or Elysium, so we get the win. So hopefully you enjoy this deck, guys. It does have Darkhawk and Zabu, which are not Series 3 cards, but if you do have these cards, bought the previous season pass, and do have Darkhawk, hopefully you enjoy this deck. And that is it. I will see you guys next time. We got more deck ideas, tips, tricks, news, and everything to help your Marvel Snap experience coming up. So hopefully you subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out. Have a great day, guys.